So, you want to tell the story about your food plot planning experience you had this week?
is Eric on
I
online?
haven't seen him. There's a bunch of people on, but I haven't seen Eric's name roll across here.
Well, good. Then I can lie.
Okay, good. There you go.
No, I was Eric was coming over to go scouting, and we're going to go hit a new area that we had never hit before. And we while I was waiting for him, he lives quite a ways from me. He's up in the center of the state, so it takes him like an hour and a half to get to my house. So while I was waiting for him, I was going to quick throw some seeds in the food plot and maybe churn it up a little bit. So I've got a food plot area in the back in the swamp on my property, and I've never put a food plot there before. It was high grass. It was grass up to my chin, like that canary grass.
Right.
And I went in there and killed it all like 2 weeks earlier, and it was dry as a bone in there. And I had a muddy section in the center where I could plant, but I wanted to get that grass down. So I was going to drive the ATV around in circles and churn it up. So I went in there and started spinning the ATV around and just woo, 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 and really ripping things up. And I actually got a little dizzy, and I parked it, and then I went over by the seeds, and all of a sudden, like I smelled something. I turned around, and there's flames around the ATV. I had parked it in that dry grass, and I think the muffler started the grass fire. Something around the ATV did. And I ran over and I jumped on the ATV and I drove it away from the flames. And I really wasn't that concerned because it was a small fire. And then I ran back over and started stomping on it, but it wouldn't go out. It just kept spreading. And I kept trying to stomp on it more, and it was getting out of hand. So then I thought, well, I need something to hit it with. So I ran over and got this plastic bin I had seed in. I started hitting it with this bin, and it still wasn't going out, and the flames were getting higher. And all of a sudden the bin started flopping in the air because it was starting to melt, and then it started on fire. So I dropped the bin, and then that burst into flames. And so then I thought, well, I better get the ATV out of here because it was spreading so fast. So I drove the ATV out into the grass, and I ran back in there with a shovel. And by the time I got back in there, the flames were like 15 feet high, maybe higher. And I couldn't even get close to the fire because it was so hot. I couldn't get close enough to put it out. So then I called Carol, and I told her to turn the hose on. Well, the hose don't go all the way down there, but it was by the raccoon cage, because I had a cage up against there that was full of has two baby raccoons in it. Yeah. And I didn't want them to get burned up. And so I ran and got the hose, and I sprayed all the brush and stuff that was around the cage, hoping to stop it there. And I thought that when it hit the green stuff, it would probably go out. So she came running down there, and she's like, should I call 911? I'm like, no. And she's like, the flames are over the trees. And I'm like, just wait. When it hits the trees, it'll go out. Well, it didn't. It just kept burning into green crap. So, but the flames went down quite a bit when it hit the green stuff. So I grabbed the shovel, and I went back in there, and the stuff around the outside was like all viney and thick and nasty. I could barely bust through it, and there's flames underneath, and I'm trying to get them out. And I did eventually. It was getting out of hand, spreading in all directions. So then I thought, well, if this takes off into the woods, I'm done. So just for peace of mind, I yelled over to her, just go ahead and call them. So she called 911, and I started getting some control on it. About the time they got there, I got it out. So I was able to put the fire out myself. But there was a point there where I thought I might not be able to, with just a shovel or whatever. And it was a good thing that came anyways, because I put it out in one section and run over to the other section. I turn around, and the section I was just in is back on fire. It was like the little embers start to dry crap back on fire, So when they just flooded everything, with water. And we had a couple different fire departments over, and it was interesting time. And then they were all leaving, and Eric was pulling in, and he's like, what the heck is going on? It's like, there's always some sort of drama when I show up. know. It just follows me.
That's what I told you. You told me a story earlier. I said, "Oh, your food plot will be nice and clear now to plant."
Yeah, I lost a Huntmore chair in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I love those chairs. They're not in business anymore. The guy who invented those was on the Hunting Beast, and he gave me a couple of them, and I really loved them.
Yeah.
I mean, they're old and beat up and chewed up, but now I'm down to one. So,
I think I've seen you use that. I think I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, I shot that little doe out of it one time, and I had that stuffed in the grass where I'd watched the raccoons and stuff, and it burned up.
Yeah, man, it must have been how big of an area did it burn?
A little over a quarter acre.
Okay, yeah,
That's
that'd
a pretty
be
good chunk.
yeah, that's pretty decent sized area.
Well, the good part is now we have a big food plot.
Right. A lot of you'll have some seed to soil contact now. You don't have to worry about that grass.
I don't even really hunt down there. I just like feeding the animals and having them around.
Right. Be cool to have a little food plot down there and see what comes into it.
Yeah.